I bet with Interbet only. They're a fantastic site. I've never had any issues with them. They are very professional. There's never a problem. You deposit money, 2 seconds later it's in your account. You withdraw, which I do very occasionally, and I believe it's also 2 seconds it's in your account.
It's the start of the Pick 6 Hollywoodbets Scottsville race number 3. 13:35 is the time you need to get those Pick 6 bets on. 1,200 meters the distance. This is a maiden plate for the fillies and mares. We have a rerun for you of the second pick in the market. That's Rock and Roll Girl, when finishing second last time out, and an interview with Craig Udy.
100 meters to go. Rugger Bugger's the leader. Rock and Roll Girls putting in pressure towards the inside. Then comes certainly Huller's Long Sword, and towards the inside of that, Cashkaville. Rugger Bugger the leader. Rock and Roll Girls trying to close it down. It's still Rugger Bugger from Rock and Roll Girl over the last 50, and Rugger Bugger's doing enough to win it. Second will go to Rock and Roll Girl. Third maybe Captain Rocket, and then Red Magician.
Yes, she came at the same time as Venetian Link. A filly that seems to show more on the grass than on the sand, but I don't think at the moment she can beat Fortune Bay. Fortune Bay, yes, very much so. She's been messing around almost in a race and cruising up there, and then when it comes to the business end, then starts looking all over the place, and she's got caught every time. The blinkers do seem to have made a difference, and she'd obviously be the one to beat in that race.
Well, race number 3, as we heard from Craig Udy, Fortune Bay has just been messing around in her races, so blinkers go on, and they're hoping that it could do the trick here. It looks to be a straight match race between numbers 6 Rock and Roll Girl and number 9 Fortune Bay. I'll be with number 6, however. That's the second pick in the market at 19-10. I'm willing to take on Fortune Bay just based on her last 2 performances after that debut run. And let me start with number 6, Rock and Roll Girl, because she's had 2 starts in KZN. Her first start at Hollywoodbets Scottsville, down the lane over 1,000 meters. She was beaten behind Stanley Park, needing the out-in. Then they gave her a rest, and she was then beaten behind Rugger Bugger, narrowly going down behind by half a length. And Rugger Bugger, I think, is a decent sort, and we see him a lot later on in the card. Now, both those runs in KZN have been against open company, so she's taken on the boys. Back against same-sex company now. She's drawn in gate number 6 down the lane. She's got, I think she's got a perfect draw straight down the center, and Richard Free aboard. And I think that this horse back against the fillies now, I think she's the horse that they all have to beat here. She's going to strip a much fitter individual. Second run after rest now, and I think that she should be the one that they all have to beat here. Fortune Bay, blinkers going on. Hopefully the blinkers do the trick with this individual, because she's been slightly frustrating to follow, I'd say. Last time out, even money favorite, she looked to have the race at her mercy, because there wasn't anything strong in terms of the first timers, and she was beaten by a 50-1 shot in the form of Shona Kirsty Ives, who hadn't shown much to date. So Fortune Bay, she certainly needs to bring her A game to the track, and hopefully for the connections she manages to do just that. But I think number 6 Rock and Roll Girl could just be a bit too good for her on the day. But in terms of the pick 6, I think you've got to go just horses numbers 6 and 9. Place accumulator, I'll be with number 6 Rock and Roll Girl. Bipod as well, I'll be with the 6 horse. But in terms of the pick 6, I think you can go 6 and 9, and I'm sure that you should run first and second. If you're looking past those 2, then it becomes a bit wide open, because you have to include the likes of number 3 Tabitha Cat, and then even a horse like maybe number 7 I've Got Wings into the mix as well, and then maybe the first time is just to be a bit safe. But I think it's between number 6 and 9, and I'll be with the Robbie Hill runner, Rock and Roll Girl.
My name's Danny Diliberto, founder of Ladles of Love. It was founded back in 2014. Communities we work with are all over the peninsula, and we're working with 138 beneficiaries now. We've grown exponentially. We've been able to do that because of all the kindness that we have experienced from individuals and corporates such as Interbet, who just want to be part of the change.